So this was kind of an eye-opener. It had been looked at a year and a half before, prior to. It had been trimmed a year and a half prior to. The significant thing about this feeder outage, it did cause an outage, is a hospital was on it. Fortunately, the flip-flop worked. We rerouted power through the flip-flop, but had that flip-flop not have worked, of course the hospital would have been out of lights, and we know that's not good, right? So we've got roughly about 5,000 overhead distribution line miles. Our service territory, we cover southern New Mexico and far west Texas. Within our service territory, we do have a lot of desert landscape, but we also have the river valleys. So there is a lot of vegetation within our service territory. I'm a one-person show. I don't have assistants. I have nobody. I'm the one who assigns all the work. What I currently do right now is I print maps for my contractors. Print the maps, highlight the distribution three-phase feeders, and I give it to them. At that point, one of my planners would go out there, evaluate what we need to trim, and schedule the crews to go out there. Within this pilot program, I quickly realized how much more efficient I could be. Since I'm a one-man show, I could actually, from my desktop or from my mobile app, I'm able to see what I need to do. I'm able to assign to my contractors, whereas previously I was printing out maps and highlighting stuff for them. One thing I want to specify is when we were on our manual program, we went in there and we trimmed everything that was within 5 feet because I wasn't going to see that feeder for another 3 years. Now I look back on it, we wasted a lot of time on that. We are going to trim what we have to trim because I want to trim on this section of the feeder what we have to trim. I'm not going to waste my time on something that's 5 feet away because it's really not going to get into the light. It's not going to cause an outage right now. I can then take my resources to somewhere else where we're going to suffer an outage, right? Does it make sense? So it cost me $11,620 to trim what was going to cause an outage. In this, I was able to reallocate some monies. I calculated to ballpark about $20,000 that I didn't have to spend here that I'm able to spend somewhere else. In just this pilot program with those 19 feeders against very dense feeders, I realized a savings of over $200,000. And maybe it's not a savings, it's just money that I didn't have to spend on that. I was able to reallocate it to more high priority projects. So we are in the process of going full implementation. So anticipated results, I anticipate to see the 5 to 10% in savings. This pilot program has also proven that technology is going to make us more efficient. During the pilot, it made us more efficient.